It's time for Unique, Not Different with Shamla Maraj and her guest. And of course, we said a few weeks ago that we're keeping Shamla safe. So Shamla is doing her interview via Skype with her guests on phone calls. And of course, her guest this morning is Kerwin Thomas, who is the PRO of the Disabled People International. Good morning, Shamla.
Good morning, Lisa. How you doing?
Good, and happy Easter to you.
Easter to you too. How was it?
I had a great Easter because I was able to go to church with my daughter and everyone on Zoom. We had a Zoom attendance for Holy Thursday, Good Friday, and Easter and Glorious Saturday. What about you?
Yeah, I was just home and taking in everything. Oh, and I worked on my thesis. I
All
worked on my
right.
thesis. Yes.
That's right. You're working on your PhD.
Yes, I got a lot done this weekend actually.
How is it coming along?
Real good. A friend and we decided, I called him and I said, let's work on this together. And it's actually productive.
Fantastic. You see, so there's always a silver lining in every situation. Yeah.
So,
All right. So
yes.
we're going to toss over to you now as you take us through your unique, not different interview for today.
Thank you. Morning, guys, and welcome to Unique Not Different with me, Shamla. And my guest today is, as Lisa said, Kerwin Thomas. And Kerwin is a PRO for the Disabled People International. And something actually came, in mind at the beginning of this COVID when people started talking about isolation and quarantine and so on. I said, but this is the reality of many persons with disability. And this is the reality of, you're talking about mental health and so on. So, Cohen, today we are going to discuss, what it is like being in quarantine and how persons with disability, are coping. So, morning, Cohen.
Hi, good morning, Shamala.
Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you as well too, and just want to say good morning going out to your viewing and your listening audience.
Thank you
For having
very
me.
much on behalf of them. With respect to, this isolation, isn't that a lifestyle for a lot of persons with disability in Trinidad and Tobago?
Yeah, definitely, Shamala. I think that this COVID-19 situation has presented a lot of challenges for persons who, they're deemed um, able-bodied persons, but we know that differently able persons, some of them, this is their lifestyle throughout, where most of them would have been isolated, self-quarantine or isolated, some of them shut-ins, not being able to access employment opportunities, some of them not being able to come out of their homes the way that they would like to because of, the physical inefficiencies of the system and other challenges that they face on a daily basis.
Right, right. And in terms of, I know there are a lot of talk about mental health and counseling and so on for the public, population in general. How after this, how can we further the discussion to discuss, these same psychiatrists and therapists and so on to access persons with disability who is isolated?
I think that even on your show at the press conferences, they would have seen that I think you all had a psychologist on set because we know that persons who would have been quarantined over a long period of time, that they may be deemed to have some kind of issues with their mental health or coping mechanisms in order to
Right.
deal with this pandemic, and I think that even as we go forward, we really need to look at this situation in a more broader way, especially including the persons who are differently able, so that we can be able to really kind of take a stock of their mental health. As I said before, they're being isolated for long periods of time, some of them not being able to come out and socialize and this kind of thing. So that mental health needs to be at the front burner in terms of how we treat with the differently able as we proceed, even after the COVID-19 is finished now.
Right. And in terms of, I know the social development has a lot of, access to services and grants and so on. But how do you think, because you have to go to the police station, then get copies of certain things, how do you think that persons with disability can access these forms, grants, and so on?
Um, with the forms as relates to because there are persons who are differently able who still are not receiving some of the grants, whether it be either public assistance or disability grants. I know of some cases where there are some persons who are not even receiving a food card. And some of these things, even with the whole mental health counseling and all these other things, I think they need to make it a little more visible, where we probably have like some more ads that is kind of lending persons to seek assistance, whether it be for mental health, counseling, these kind of things. Some of the grants as well, too. We see that there are some MPs and councillors who are actually on the ground working to see how best they could offer some level of social relief to some of their businesses. And we just want to implore some of them that, some of the differently able persons in your communities, if you could probably, reach out to them, and see how best you could be able to offer some level of support as well to these people as well, those in the community and in the electoral districts where they reside.
Right, but that brings the next question. In terms of different constituency, different areas, do you think that they have any stock or any, knowledge of, okay, are there 10 persons, 20 persons who are disabled in the community, in the respective communities?
No, I don't think they have a stock of that, and I think that's an excellent initiative that each person should have, and each councillor, each representative, so that they can be able to really understand who are the people in the community, and how they could be able to treat them. Especially in a crisis situation like this, you want to know exactly who are the persons that will be most vulnerable, and how best you can be able to offer some level of relief or support to them as well.
And go and see actually how they are doing, because I know, for example, there are some of them who live in alone and who live in upstairs apartments who cannot come downstairs.
And
so that's
it offers some level of challenge to these people, because obviously right now as it is, we know that there are long lines at the banks and long lines at the supermarkets and these kind of things. So it kind of cut them off as well too from venturing outside. One, it's not safe to venture outside, and also the accessibility issues and practicing social distancing and this kind of thing. So even if there's a situation where you have a local supermarket or even a supermarket that caters as well to differently able in that instance, where they could be able to order, let's say 2 days in advance, and they could either do a delivery.
Because I see a lot of groceries and so on offering these services.
Correct.
So maybe so, and actually with this whole dynamic changing the whole scenario of how the world performs, and I think with access to technology, education, education and so on, we could implement these things and continue on after to help those who cannot access through technology.
Definitely. So it would also, as I say, it would also lend itself to really catering to the needs of the differently able persons, where they do have to go and line up in a crowd just to go and get some stuff in the supermarket, or be involved in this entire situation with the
because if they, let me say, God forbid, any one of them catch COVID and have to be quarantined, that is a challenge on its own, because I'm sure some of the nurses and so on, they are not generally geriatric nurses to lift, and some persons with disability require lifting and so on.
Definitely. And I know of a case of a young man who is in that predicament, and I think that some of his fears is that even as we go forward and we have to practice social distancing, his fear is that this person has to leave their home to come to manually assist him, physically assist him, getting off the bed and organizing himself and that kind of thing. And in the fear of let's just say he gets some kind of symptoms, I think one of the advice is for you to self-quarantine yourself, and then probably call one of these hotlines in order for you to get some level of assistance, that kind of thing. I think that's one of the things that you really need to look at. How then do a person who is differently able, having someone to assist them manually or physically, how then does the government put something in place, mechanisms in place for them to treat with something like that as well.
Right. And in closing, what would you like to tell, authorities and government officials and so on? What would you like to tell them in terms of, being aware of the disabled community and this time and even after? What would you like to tell them?
It was Shamala. I would just like to say that we really need to take stock of include differently able persons as vulnerable persons with this COVID epidemic, whether it be health wise, whether it be with their mental health, whether it be social support and assistance going forward, so that we can be able to really sustain and bring the best out of persons who are differently able, because we know that they have a lot to offer as well to society, and I think that once given the opportunity, they will be able to do that to the best of their ability. All right?
Yes, so very good. And I want to say thanks, and I know I would have you back on set to talk about, access to services like housing, transport, and so on. So until then, I wish you all the best. Keep safe, and, we shall move forward from this. And with that being said, guys, I want to say thank you very much for tuning in to Unique Not Different this week on TTT Live now. Until next week, be good, do good. Bye, guys.